Imagine smoke. Now, what if I told you that today we're going to learn how to create a smoke effect with epoxy resin? So, sit back, relax. My name is Nati Rumina and I'm here to teach you the magic of epoxy resin. What could go wrong with this technique? Let's break it down. First, the smoke effect only works with liquid resin. I use Resin Pro transparent, it's called transparent, and that's what I'll be using to show you this effect. 2. You must use alcoholic inks. I work with Piñata and ink from craft brands. If you watched my video before, you might already guess the first big mistake. I mentioned it a lot. Liquid resin hates humidity, cold, and draft. And when you add alcohol inks, it becomes even more sensitive. If the humidity in your room where you're working is over 30%, you'll get a mean blush, a thin, sticky film on the surface, and the effect won't work. So, first thing first, check your humidity levels. Again, this effect only works with alcohol inks. Here's a photo of the brand I use, and in my private Telegram chat, I show a link to all the materials and where to buy them. And I'm planning to combine the smoke effect with the dried flowers. But first, we need to secure the flowers. Step 1. Pour a thin layer of resin, place the dried flowers in it, and let it fully cure. Why? If you skip this step and go straight to the smoke effect, the flowers will float to the surface. And next step is creating the flowing smoke effect. And mixing resin the right way. Before we start, mix your epoxy resin thoroughly and always check the maximum pouring tip for your resin. I'm using a deep mold from Art for Start, so I'll be pouring at 2 stages. First, I'll create the smoke effect. Second, then I'll add volume with a second layer of resin. For this effect, I'm using 450 grams of liquid resin split into the 3 cups. Cup 1, 60 grams of resin plus 90 drops of ocean blue ink. Cup 2, 50 grams of resin plus 10 drops of blue alcoholic ink. The colored resin source should be translucent, not opaque, which is why I use alcoholic inks. They add color without making the resin too dense. Final steps before pouring. Check your table level. This is crucial for ever pouring. Protect yourself, protect your workspace, hands, and respiratory system. Resin releases toxic fumes while working, so the only way to stay safety is with a respirator and gas filter. I personally use a Resin Pro respirator. Now, let's create some magic. Finishing the smoke effect look. Once the first layer is fully cured, you can pour the next layer in any color you like. I decided to combine pearlescent and bright blue resin for a beautiful contrast. Before pouring, I placed a silicone mold for the clock mechanism inside. But honestly, with this effect, you could just as easy create the tray or even a painting. Final touches. First, let the second layer cure completely. 2. Once hardener, trim the bottom so the clock can stand upright. I use a jigsaw and a fine torch plastic cutting file. It cuts smoothly without chipping the resin. 3. Drill a hole for the clock mechanism. 4. Apply a final coat of the thick resin Deluxe from Resin Pro. This type is the most scratching resistant. 5. Add decorative stones on top for extra detailing. And that's it. What do you think of the effect? Thank you for your watching. I really appreciate your like and comments. They inspire me so much. Let me know what effect you'd like to see next. Have a nice day. Bye.